So this is Lab 4 Part 2. Let me pick up where we left off out here with it. Come up here after you hit the play button. This is the play button right here. We don't want to continue. You see the stop, this little square right here? Stop debugging or Shift F5. Click on it. That basically, what it does, it stops everything that we just did with it. Alright? And here's what I'd like for you to do. We're gonna leave this, alright? But we're gonna use one project. We're gonna write multiple files with this, and watch how I do this thing. So let's remove all these red dots from the file called variables that we just did. Take a screenshot of this thing and paste it into your lab. What I need for you to do with it. The other piece I need for you to do is, if you traditionally, if you took the same file and you did Control F5, okay, and this is what you would get. You agree? And we're familiar with this right here, right? This is just a straight output with this if you did Control F5. But we're not. You can't do Control F5 when you're debugging. Cannot do this. Okay. I don't want this. I do not want this. Okay. So what I do want is for you to actually be able to walk you through, and I'm going to do a hand trace table with you. All right. So I'm going to close out of this right here. All right. For now. Now, here's what I'd like to do for you to do. This is the variable CPP file. Do Control A, selects it all. Control C, copy. Right. Close out of this. Close out of it. And why don't you close out of this file that's in the background? It's running at the same time with it, so you really don't need this as well. Okay. So not to confuse things with it. So So what I'd like for you to do is, again, we're going to come in here right now, right mouse click, add, new item, C++, call this next one for me, please. This is still the same file that we're going to do part 2, the part 2, this particular file. This is quite a few of them. I want you to call this file, call this thing trace underscore variables. Trace underscore variables. Make sure you select the CPP and click on add for me, please. The reason I had you copy the last one and Control V is to paste it, and we're going to actually edit this right here. Alright, so here's what I'd like for you. We're going to demonstrate some variables, some tracing of the variables in this thing. So let me pause. Let me pause for a moment. Alright, here's what I'd like for you to do. Before you move on ahead of this thing with it as well, I'd like for you to make sure you have your files are all that you have running. Make sure that you don't have any syntax errors at all with it. So the first thing I need for you to do is hit Control F5 for me, okay? Compile this thing. Just do a dry run on this thing and just hit 5 and make sure there's no syntax errors. Can you do that before we do our debugger in this thing? There's nothing here to take a screenshot of. This is just a dry run on this. Once you've done that, close out your X. Alright? Now, here's what we're going to do is the debugger. Make sure you have no syntax errors. If you have any syntax errors at this time, you need to fix it before we get to the debugging tool. Alright? Now, here's what I'd like for you to do. Take this screen right here, alright? And I want you to bump it to the left, which divides this, half of it, alright? And then you click on the local Windows debugger. This is this right here. You see that? And bump this to the right. So you have both of the screen divided into half of this thing once you click on the debugger in this thing. Type in the number, same number as 5, and you're going to see this thing run in this thing. Of course, look, I don't have any breakpoints in this thing, so you're not going to see an output for this thing. I need to stop on that, and you come in. I need for you to put in the breakpoints in this thing. So put 16, 17, 18, 19. Give us some breakpoints for me. Now, click on the local drive again for me. Notice that it pops this up right now. All right. So I have both of these things right now. I want you to type in 5. I want you to notice some things with it as well. So look at the bottom of this thing. Look. At the bottom on the autos panel, you have a value of 5 as an int, and the variable is called age. Okay, and I want you to come up, and I want you on the top toolbar. You see where it says step over. Click on it, It's because it's going to test the age that you just put in as 5. Is that greater than or equal to 21? You notice it's false. It takes it down to the else statement. It says nice try. Click on it one more time. It will take you to the return. Look at your output window. Nice try. This is what I need for you to take the screenshot. Alright? So do Control Alt print screen or Control print screen, capture both windows. Your IDE, which is what I'm referring to as your Microsoft Visual Studio, and your output window in this thing. Copy this. Take a screenshot of this. Open up your Word document that in here. This is where you want to paste that. It's right here. Okay? Paste that below right here for me. Can you do that? I'll give you a second to do that. If you want to pause my video, this is a good point to pause. Now pause on that and then put this in here into your screen with it as well. Give you a second to pause. Now, once you've done that, here's what we need to do. Coming down to my last step next with this thing. So in case, okay, is after you do that, you're gonna, if you happen to click any one of these things, you play with this thing and it goes beyond your return, and I'll click one more time, and I'm going to purposely open up the executable common.inl. This is what's called the machine language with this thing. All right. Now this is what you do. You get two options once you got this thing. One is if you look up in the upper left-hand corner, you see this back arrow. You click on that, it takes you back to your source code, your trace variable.cpp. The other is you need to close out your xcommon.inl file. So I would click on that with it, and that will just close out that file with it. You don't have to worry about that in the future. Okay. So, but the key thing is I want you to see is you put breakpoints in this thing, and you would actually see how it actually works with it as well. All right, I'm going to stop right here. So just to pick up on where we left off a few minutes ago is that once you put in your number and you do a step through, and I show you if you happen to open up that extra file with it, you close out those files with it, but you should have this window that's open right now, right? Look up here. You see this stop debugging button right here? Click on it. That will take away that window that you just did with it. And if you want to close out your output, that's fine with it. Okay, so you're back to where we started from with this thing. All right.